Failed former President Donald Trump put out a series of vlogs, including one absolutely losing his mind because a Republican governor, Kim Reynolds of Iowa, had the audacity. Can you imagine? She had the audacity to endorse someone other than Donald Trump. She is endorsing a loser. Let's be honest. She endorsed Ron DeSantis, as we previously discussed. Here is Donald Trump attacking Kim Reynolds because she's not being loyal. And we know how Trump defines loyalty.
Kim Reynolds of Iowa has gone from a popular governor to the most unpopular governor in the entire United States of America.
There is absolutely no evidence of that.
An easy feat. Her endorsement of Ron DeSantis, who is 50 points down to me in the polls, has given him exactly 0 bounce. He's a wounded bird falling violently from the sky. I wonder what position Kim was promised in order to back someone who is so far down in the polls.
It is not just you who might be seeing this video and saying, wow, Trump looks pale. His right eye is almost completely swollen shut. He's rocking back and forth rhythmically as he delivers these lines with almost no meaning, no emotion off of a teleprompter, the very teleprompter type that he says Obama is bad for having used. You're not the only person reacting to these videos in that way. And this continued. It is getting close to election time, so certainly there must be migrant caravans coming, right? Right?
Massive caravans of people are headed our way through Mexico. They're coming right up through our border.
Yep. It's election time, so there must be caravans coming. Donald Trump also talking about Joe Biden making this an election that is fundamentally a referendum on who supports democracy. Trump says he is the supporter of democracy. Hard to believe.
Nothing about crooked Joe Biden and the anti-democratic party has anything to do with defending democracy. So if crooked Joe wants to turn this election into a question of which candidate will defend our democracy and freedom, then I say, bring it on. Let's go, Joe, bring it on, because you are a corrupt person. You're the most corrupt president in our history. And by the way, the most incompetent president in our history.
Can you imagine there is no worse argument that could be made for Trump over Biden, right? Trump can say, well, the Biden economy is not that good and my economy was good until COVID hit. It's not true. But it's not as laughably absurd as saying, I am the candidate for democracy. I am the candidate for freedom. And you need only go back and look at the last however many years to see that from day one, Joe Biden simply did not get involved in the entire election hijinks, as Donald Trump made dozens of legal complaints to try to overturn an election that he lost. As Donald Trump worked to secure slates of fake electors or fake slates. Are the electors fake or are the slates fake? It doesn't really matter. The point is, as Trump worked to try to get people who were not actually the rightful electors to say, hey, our state casts our electoral votes for Donald Trump instead of Joe Biden. As Trump did all of these things, strong-arming state officials to try to find votes in order for him to win, Joe Biden allowed the process to go forward. He did not inject himself into it because he actually defends the Constitution and supports the elements of democracy that support that very Constitution when it comes to the criminal trials, the DOJ, etc. Although Donald Trump continues to insist that if he becomes president, he will indeed weaponize the DOJ against his political opponents, try to shut down media outlets unfriendly to him, all of this different stuff. Trump is overt about it. Joe Biden has stayed completely out of all of the criminal trials and investigations into Donald Trump, to the point that some actually said he should really weigh in. He should give his opinion. And Joe Biden has said, I'm not going to get involved in that. I'm not involved in the investigations. I'm simply not going to get involved in it. And so the idea that it is Trump who is the candidate, if you believe in our democracy, rather than Biden, is a laughable joke, but it's a scary one because many of his followers believe it. And if you're not concerned by this, we now are going to look at another element from Trump's vlogs yesterday that is even more disturbing. Many of you have heard me talk about the hacking that I've dealt with in the past. Look up the statistics. If it hasn't happened to you, it still could at some point. Our sponsor, Aura, is the all-in-one solution that I use to keep all of our accounts safe. Aura will scan the dark web for your personal info, email, password, social security number, and will alert you if it's found and will help you take steps to fix it. You'll get alerts about suspicious credit inquiries. Aura will monitor bank accounts and home and auto titles to help protect you against fraud. And Aura also will protect your actual devices from malware and scams with state-of-the-art antivirus and a call screener. And Aura will help you manage what your kids can do on their devices with easy-to-use parental device controls. You can try Aura for free for 2 weeks at aura.com/Pacman. Your login credentials might already be floating around out there somewhere. It takes just a few seconds to use the Aura free trial to find that out. The link is down below.